Hey guys, today we're going to interview the queen of NFTs, Teaila, and we're going to talk about how she was able to take this small sector of NFT sector here in crypto and actually grab it by the bullhorns and make a living out of it. And she's going to even talk about how she got her family involved. So guys, let's get right into it. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your guy, Crypto Chuck, back here with the group Crypto Black. Guys, I said it yesterday. I have been thinking about doing this for months, and now I got her schedule. She's a very, very, very busy person. So, guys, take this in, hold it tight, and then squeeze it, because it's going to be a lot of good information to come out of this person. This is no other than, and I'm calling her, the queen of NFTs, Teaila. The queen of NFTs. You heard it here first, out of my mouth. So 5 years from now, when you guys are saying, man, she's the queen, you're going to say, I said it first.
No pressure, man. You ain't putting no pressure on me. No pressure on me at all.
You good. Those shoulders are strong.
Like, thank you. I'm Teaila Kid, and I'm happy to be here, man. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you for the invite of having me come on your show. I mean, I know you're doing some big things too. So don't be saying, like, trying to pump me up. You're doing some big things over here too. So I appreciate being on with you.
I'm just trying. Thank you so much for coming on to the show today. You know, a lot of people have been asking, about, non-fungible tokens and NFTs and this and that. And, I dabble in it a little bit, but I really want someone to really give them the good knowledge and knowing a good person to actually go to just in case they want to get some knowledge, right? So Teaila, man, let me know, what got you into crypto first? Before we get into that, what got you into crypto?
I had some people that were trying to get me in crypto, and when it was like into BTC when it's like $800, and I'm like everybody else, skeptical, like, man, I don't know about this. It seemed like it's a little scammy. How I can't really see my money. But then they start showing me what they was making, and I'm about making money, man. I mean, I volunteer for certain things, but I don't volunteer when I work. It's like, if I'm at work, I need to work and make some money. So that was one of the reasons why, when I got into crypto, it was just a matter of, there's a lot of money to be made in it. And it required me to go out and learn, instead of being one of those people who was simply skeptical about it and saying, man, it's a scam, or it's this and that. I took the time to learn it. And so I did the extra step and I think when you do the extra step, many times it puts you ahead of a lot of people, and it puts you ahead of getting in some projects early on versus sitting back and waiting like, well, man, I should have got in. No, get in, but learn it and take the time to learn. So I think that's very, very important.
Yeah, that's basically exactly, how I got in, and that's very important you just say that, because a lot of people don't want to take the time to learn. They just want to go in, they just get rich quick. And I tell people all the time, listen, crypto is not a get rich quick. Bitcoin is not get rich quick. Bitcoin is 12 years old now, so it took a decade for people to really start appreciating and really start making good money off of it. So I think you're right about that when you say, you have to dig in, learn what you're doing, and knowing what you're doing, you can definitely make a good living out of doing this. So
yeah,
great
advice. Can I say something to what you're saying as far as trying to learn it? I think sometimes you can get stagnant too, of trying to learn everything. And in crypto, you're not going to be able to learn everything, because as soon as you learn one thing, there's going to be something else new that comes up. So get good at something in crypto, and that something can make you a ton of money by getting good at that. So I think that's really, really important.
That's why you the queen. Now, also, and it's good that you brought it up. Also, I've noticed you got your whole family in the crypto. Now how is that like? With your whole family being in the crypto, and do you guys butt heads and say, listen, you should be getting this? No, I like Ethereum. No, I like Bitcoin. What you doing?
Well, it's funny because we've been a family. We all trade. My husband trade, my kids trade, my son trade, my daughter trade. And it's a matter sometimes, and I'm a real person. Sometimes we'll be like, dog, you blew that account. He's like, yeah, I blew that account. Because, you know, when you're trading, sometimes you're like, well, I thought I saw this. And the other person was saying, well, I see a buy. And the other person, I see a sale. And you're like, man. But so we've had those discussions. We don't call them arguments. We've had those discussions in our house quite often. But, you know, overall, my kids I was laughing at them yesterday because I actually told them about getting into some of the NFT stuff. And so my son's waking up. He's like, well, Mom, is it a problem, you know, if I'm making like $300 to $1,000 on these cards you told me to get into? I'm like, what are you talking about?
That's a good problem.
what problem we got? That's less gas money and less Nikes I gotta buy. There ain't no problem here at all. And so, you know, so now, you know, my husband was joking even last night. He was like, man, the kids have been like all over you. I was like, you know, I said they believe in this NFT game now. So you know, we've actually got into some crypto cards, and that's one of the reasons why, you know, I think doing the upcoming class, you know, that I have coming up to teach people about NFTs, you can make a lot of money with NFTs. And I'm talking about, my son bought a pack of cards that was $9, and he sold one of the cards out of it. It was $300 something. My sister bought a pack of cards out of it for $9, and she sold it for $1,200. So being skeptical about it, you can be skeptical about it, but you're still gonna be sitting there broke. And so it's like, okay, investments like that, you buy that at lunchtime. You know, you spend $9 at lunchtime.
Yeah.
So it's things like that, you know, yeah, my whole family, we do trade, but yeah, we have some interesting discussions sometimes.
You know what? And that's great. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, you know, they grow up, you know, especially, you know, in our community, say, man, I wish I knew about this. I wish I knew about credit when I was younger. I wish someone taught me about stocks. I wish someone's taught me how to trade, you know. So your children, your family, not only they know about it, they're going to spread the word to their friends and family. And it's just different conversations being had over the dinner table versus, hey, you know, did you watch what happened on 90 Day Fiance or something like that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, what are you into? Oh, I bought this card, I made this amount of money. Like you just said, your son said, hey, Mom, it's made $500, should I sell it? You know what I mean?
Hard.
Yeah, that's
made out the bed.
Yeah. You know, you wake up. It's nothing like that yawning money making money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You wake like, check your account.
Yeah. Like, what did I make today?
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people I know, even in crypto, a lot of people day trade. I'm like, I'm one of those people, like, I call it pajama money people. I'm like, I want to be in my pajamas and go check my account, be like, okay, I sold that card for what? And like, baby, I told my husband, I said, you know, if this car sell tonight, baby, you know, we're going to the coast. And I live in California. I'm like, and the coast is about 2 hours away from me. I'm like, listen, you know, if this car sell that, baby, you're going to have to get a call for something, but because we're going to dinner at the coast tonight.
And the thing is, it's like, it's a card you didn't even touch. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's things that you're not touching that's still, it's life changing. That's what makes it so much better when it's like that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, getting to the NFTs, you know, a few years ago, back in 2017, CryptoKitties basically almost knocked the whole Ethereum network, brought it to its knees. You know what I'm saying? And people was like, what in the H is going on here? Like, people are literally selling kittens for $100,000, like just that someone draw. And I think it was Paris Hilton a few months ago. She just scribbled on something and sold it for like $40,000 in Ethereum. She scribbled on like a paint, like on some paper, and sold it. You know, and it's just crazy. Like, and people were just looking at it like, what in the world? What is this? You know what I mean? So, what made you specifically say, you know what? Okay, I know you got Bitcoin, I know you got DeFi, I know you have you know, just different things, different sectors in the cryptocurrency, but you know what? I'm gonna go after this NFT thing. I'm gonna go after this digital art, these digital cards and everything like that. What made you say, you know what? Let me tackle this.
You know, I have to give Jamar credit. You know, my bad, Jamar. I have to give him credit because we were on one on the mastermind class call, and he was talking about NFTs, and I was like, well, what is NFTs? You know, I'm like everybody else. Well, like, you know, I don't actually get like the art on my wall, because, you know, we're old school thinking like, if I pay for art, I want to hang it up in my house. This is art that goes in the digital wallet, and you're like, well, what's impressive about paying $10,000 for a piece of art that nobody else can see? But in crypto, it's crazy because everybody wants to be the top dog. They're like, I have the only painting of that particular artist. And so in that aspect, Jamar, when he said it, I was like, man, it seems interesting. And, you know, and by day, I have my broker's license. So I'm a real estate broker. And then I also own rentals, and I love investing in real estate. I know there's money in real estate. So when I saw that there was virtual land and stuff in these games, I started researching. And so again, that's one of the things I'll talk about in the class, because I think as a matter of fact, I know there's so much money, because they're only making so much land, just like our regular land in the world. There's only so much land that can be bought. And so when you're doing these games and stuff, there's only so much land in these games that you can buy or purchase, but the money is like ridiculous. I mean, literally ridiculous. If you look at some of the lands and some of the games that are still virtual, that are selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're only going to get higher. And some of these people bought them when they were very early on, maybe for one Ethereum, or which Ethereum at the time might have been $300. But now that same piece of land, they could probably go sell for $3,000, $10,000, $100,000, depending on where it's located in the game. So I started researching going crazy. Start saying, well, what can I buy and how cheap can I get it? So I now, like I say now, instead of flipping land in real life, I flip land in games.
And the best thing about this, there's no title agency, no insurance you gotta worry about,
no tenants calling you.
Yeah,
no tenants calling you. Yeah, no toilets. I got a toilet messed up bed. No, not leave like not at 10 o'clock tonight. You know there ain't no plumber available. Not tonight, please.
Yes. my tenants used to always call me or text me at like 10, 11 o'clock at night, Friday. I'm just like, come on, man.
like not tonight, not today.
It's like, you have 2 bathrooms. Why are you calling me?
Just to wait till morning.
Yeah. My AC not working. It's winter time. Why are you calling me about your AC? It's just like, but you can't tell them that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just gotta say the stuff in your head.
Yeah, say in your head.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a good thing about NFTs, because it's like, also a lot of people, I think it's a good starter for people that's, to say, listen, I do want to get in real estate, but I don't have a lot of money. You can do this digital real estate and see a little bit how it works. And say, okay, cool. I bought this property, this land. I improved it a little bit, and I'm actually in time, I'm actually getting some money. So they can play with it, make some real money by actually playing with it, but not putting too much into it. And then in the real world, when they want to go out there and actually start getting the real estate, then they at least have something, a little foundation where they say, listen, I have a plan. I know a little bit what I can do. So I think that's great there as well.
Yeah.
Also, tell us about some of your wins. You know what I mean? People say, oh yeah, this and that, the land, everything, yeah, this and that. Tell us, some of your wins. Don't tell me your biggest win. Just tell me some wins, something that you say, you know what? Oh wow, yep, here we go. Let's do it.
It goes back to, like I said, some of the land I'm not selling my land, because I know I bought some of the land that was very early. If it hypothetically on some of the land that I currently own, Ethereum at the time was $300 for an Ethereum. So if I bought it for 4 Ethereum, actually that's 4 or 5 Ethereum, I paid $1,500, let's say $2,000 hypothetically. Those same pieces of property that I bought in the virtual land are now worth $10,000, $20,000 if I were going to sell it. So now you're talking about 10 Ethereum or 20 Ethereum for the same piece of land. So that's why I say it's crazy money to be made. There's crazy money to be made. And like it's even with the games that are so new that are out there, people just haven't even had the opportunity. There's a lot of people who don't even know that you can even buy virtual land. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people listening to your show, I have no idea that you can even buy virtual land. And so if you're getting in, like I said, I've been in since on some of these games since October or even earlier. And now it's just sit back and say, well, who don't have no land?
Yeah.
Who needs some land? Yeah. And the crazy thing, like I said, even like you talk about rentals and stuff, I can even, if I don't want to ever sell my land, but I'll rent it to you. Mm-hmm. And I want that pajama residual money. It's like, send me my residual money. You rent my land, you create whatever you want to do on it, but it's still my land. And so I think that's the power of the NFT things, like I said. And once again, that's something we talk about, in the upcoming class that we're going to be doing this weekend.
And the thing is, and you mentioned that, the cool thing is when they're paying you, they're not paying you in fiat, right? So if you saying, okay, I'm leasing out to you, but I want, let's just say, for example, a half an ETH, right? Mm-hmm. A month. Mm-hmm. And they're paying you that, and it's going up in value.
Yep.
So let's just say, for example, ETH, price prediction, I'm going to say it out. let's just say ETH goes to $5,000 this year.
Yeah.
Some people are saying $10,000,
Mm-hmm.
but they're paying you. Let's just say ETH goes to 5,000. They're paying you $2,500 a month for
Right.
something that you bought for
Yeah.
$500
Yeah. Yeah.
once. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So people got to understand not only that you're getting what you're getting in value, they're paying you in something that's an asset that actually appreciates in value as well.
Yeah.
So it's double good. You
Yeah,
know?
because I mean, you think about it. If ETH is, let's say, if ETH is at 5,000, you're hypothetical. If it's at 5,000, what if ETH goes up to 10? That half of ETH, I didn't have to do no rent increase. I still want my half of ETH, but and now I'm $5,000 a month. So it's really like when you start getting paid in cryptocurrency, I'm like, if you can pay me in crypto, pay me in crypto.
Yes.
Because I know that bad boy gonna keep going up. So whatever you gave me initially, I know that's gonna double too. And then also at the same time, if I ever wanted to sell that same land, that's going to double and triple on what I'm going to make on that also. So I think it's very, very powerful of getting involved with it. Don't be scared. Don't be one of them people talking about it's a scam. Go research it before you call it a scam. Just because you don't know and you don't understand it. And I think in our community a lot, everything because we've been scammed so many times, and then especially your family is like hypothetical about, oh my God, what are we going to be doing, or why you want me to get in that? But I tell you now, like all my brothers and sisters, at first I was like, most of them were like, well, no, I think I might. But my sister Jessica, she's been with me all the time. If I'm like, Jessica, we're gonna go do this, she'll jump with me. But the other ones was like, I don't know about that. So what I did the other day, I got on Zoom with him and I was like, look, let me show y'all these crypto cards that I told y'all to buy in October. But crazy thing about it, my mom, who's 70, went ahead and bought some of the cards. And got 2 LeBron cards, which are worth thousands of dollars for the $29 packs of cards. And so, now my family, after I showed them the Zoom, they was like, well, when is the next card sale? So we all up, even last night, we was all up till 2 or 4 o'clock in the morning trying to buy these doggone cards. But now my family, I'm glad that my family is actually getting involved with it too. So I think that's more powerful when, you can convince your family that, hey, I'm doing this. Come look at this. Don't be skeptical about it. Learn about it. But when you also have someone, I try to break it down to them very easy. Say, this is what you need to do. Break it down. I think that's very, very important for people that you're trying to get involved with crypto.
Yeah, I second that. And what it does is it's a domino effect. Once the family know and they see you, and they trust you, and you show them, you say, look, this is what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And then they go and they spread it out and they start telling everybody, and then it goes like that because I think a great transfer of wealth, and we're seeing it happen. A great transfer of wealth is happening in our own 2 eyes. Money system is changing in our lifetime. So we could take advantage of it. So I think it's great that we actually step out and then do that and then start teaching and let everybody know. But Teaila, tell us about a little bit. Just give us a little bit, just a little bit. It's a tab of what you're going to be covering this weekend. Tell us the day, the time. Guys, we're going to have in the ticker below where you guys can go for her class. Not going to miss. I'm going to be there. So
I'm going to be there.
and I'm a Scorpio, so I think I know everything. You know what I mean? So, but I'm going to be there because I just seen some of the stuff she was doing. And I was like, oh, hell no. I got to learn some of this. I got to learn this. So I'm going to be there. So listen, I'm going to have my tea ready. I'm going to eat my crackers and my bananas in the morning. And I'm going to be sitting back and I'm going to be like, yep, there we go.
There we go.
I'm in session, my notebook and everything, ready to go. So I'm going to be there. So tell us just a little bit what you're going to be covering in the class this week.
Okay, so the class is going to be on January 31st and it's 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So I'm on the West Coast, so it's 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, my time. And I'm getting up to teach on a Sunday morning. But I really, like I said, what I'll be teaching about, I'll be talking to you guys about the land. Well, am I going to give you like every single thing? No, it's too much to give you, but at least my whole gist is I want to give you some information so that you can go on and you can do your research. If you're like, well, hey, she told me about the land that I can do. She told me about the different arts that I can probably, if there's a ton, we even talk about artists. All right. So I'm going to talk to you guys about art. I'm going to talk to you about the different games that are involved that you can get invested in. And so that's just a little snippet of what we're going to talk about. But I mean, you can buy characters, you can buy clothing in this NFT world. It is crazy how what things that you can do. But like I said, if you're a creative person, you also should be on there. You don't necessarily have to go and buy a ton of crypto and things, but there's other avenues for you getting involved in crypto. If you're someone who's an artist, doors are wide open for us. And so I know a lot of times, a lot of people have this, they say, well, hey, I just don't have the money to do it. But if you got the skill, sometimes you don't even have to, you got to have a little bit of money. I'm not gonna say you don't have to have any money, but it's a way and it's opportunity for a lot of people to get involved in the art or the NFT world and, and really do it and really do it. And so that's some of the stuff that I'll be talking about this weekend with Jamar and Mike. And like I said, I think it's going to be very beneficial. I mean, and for the cost of it, you can't go find the information in one spot for the cost of it. It's like so cheap. It's $47. So it's like, we're not here to try to get a killing off anybody. It's like $47. It costs you can't buy Nikes for $47. So,
it's your time. It's your time. I mean, what people fail to realize, it's funny because a lot of people, a few of my family members actually, it was like, I have a crypto beginners course, and a lot of people, my course is only $75. And some of my family members said, man, I think that's too high. And now they're messaging me and they're like, man, and at that time, Bitcoin wasn't even $10,000.
Oh, wow.
Ethereum was like maybe $200 something. So I said, you trying to be cheap.
Cheap.
Actually cost you a lot of money.
Yep.
So if Teaila just told you, if you take her class for 40, not even $50, right?
Not even $50.
Not even $50. She's gonna show you where you can just literally get, let's just say, cards. Yeah, it's not even talking about land or anything like that. She's gonna show you where you can get cards, how to apply, how to do it for something like $9, like a pack. She just told you by her son. And you can make $300 off of it, $500 off of it. That right there within itself is worth more than just the class itself. Like, you know what I mean? So just learning that one thing.
And I agree with you with the comment you said, because I think sometimes, we as a people, sometimes we're always like, well, what's the cost? But sometimes for me, I've learned that I need to pay for education, because if I look at it where I'm going to go get a college education, there's a lot of people who go to college and still don't have a job. Or you go to college and you still only getting 50, I'm not only get, but you're making $40,000-$50,000, but you still have $100,000 worth of debt from going to school. For me, the best education, as far as I'm trying to give you a shortcut, and so if you start getting hung up of, well, how much it's going to cost me, and like even when you're saying the $75 for your class, that is so cheap. It's like for someone to take the time, it takes time for me to do the research. I don't sit here and say, well, hey, it didn't take me time. Sometimes I spend 6 hours or 12 hours a day researching the next best NFT. But for me, that's my job. That's what I do. That's what I love to do. But at the same time, I ain't volunteering to do it. Yeah. I'm doing it because I know I'm about to make some money. Yeah. So that's the difference. So, but me paying for education, I will pay for education from someone else in crypto. I'll take their course because they may say one thing. Sometimes it takes one thing for someone saying to you, whether you're on their class or you're on their trainer or you're in their mastermind, that can make you thousands and sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars just by taking that course. So don't be cheap. Don't be cheap. Like, well, I'm gonna get it from somebody else. I'm just gonna let them. No, come on live and do it with them. Because I mean, they're getting it live. If you can do it live by all means. So just want to say that about cheap. I totally agree with you because I've had the same conversation with a lot of people. Like, man, that's just cheap. I can't call it nothing else but cheap.
Yeah, because and I'm gonna let you go. But the thing is, I have a saying I say on my channel a lot. I learned it from Damon John. Damon John is the billionaire. The guy, his story is just amazing. You know what I mean? To where he's at right now. But he says education is expensive, but being uneducated is even more expensive.
Totally agree.
You know what I'm saying? So and you learn. You say, you know what? Because a lot of people say, oh yeah, you can learn this on the internet. You can learn this and that. But sometimes you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
And you don't know, you don't have that shortcut. So like what you just said, someone can say one thing and then there you go. You know what I mean? So any closing statements?
No, I just look forward to hopefully you guys coming to the class. Like I said, I know it's going to be valuable. What Jamar and Mike and myself are going to talk about. I already know it's too cheap. but it's still about the whole gist of what we try to do is try to make it valuable to where it helps more people get involved with crypto. Because I hate to see that we keep getting left behind and we have no excuse. There's no excuse whatsoever to say, well, it was too expensive for me to get in there, or they chart it. There's no excuse for you. And, instead of like, and once again, instead of being skeptical about it and calling it a scam, research it yourself. Are there people in crypto who will scam you? Absolutely. And that's the importance of getting educated and not being cheap because you're trying to do it on the side, or your friend such and such told you to do it this way and you're not being educated, or your friend told you to buy this particular coin. You have no idea what they told you to buy. Get your own education. Know what you're investing in. And like I said, it will pay you. It will pay you.
Oh, yeah.
Tons of money, by doing that.
And guys, you're going to see some good stuff this Sunday. We're gonna give you just a taste, let you dip it in the sauce just a little bit. But you want that full dip, we'll see you on Sunday. But thank you, the queen NFTs, Teaila.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate you inviting me. Once again, thank you. And you keep doing what you're doing, because you're making a big impact on what you're doing also. So really, really appreciate how you continue to give continue to give to the crypto world. So you're doing some big things. So you keep doing what you're doing.
I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. And guys, this is my DCG sister, digital currency guy. You guys seen Jamar? He was on the show a few months ago. We gonna get him back though. He's a busy dude too, So, and we're gonna start bringing some more people on the show as well from DCG. And we want you guys to understand it's a full out mastermind, guys. So different people that's really good in different sectors. So if something that you say, listen, this is what I think I'm gonna be into, and I'm gonna gravitate to this person, or I think I'm gonna gravitate to this person, and then before you know, you look up and you're just like loving what you're doing. It's what you're doing full time. So once again, the queen of NFTs, Teaila. We'll see you guys on Sunday. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next episode. It's your guy, Crypto Chuck, here to Group Crypto Black. We out of here, baby. Stack your sass and chill. Peace.